What's going on, guys? So instead of doing a whole vlog, I decided just to team up with my friend here, Danny, and just kind of give you guys tips that helped me and you guys can apply too. The thing is, set attainable goals. The last thing you want to do is discourage yourself and set something too high where you know it's not attainable. So if you're new to the gym, make a goal of going to the gym maybe 2 to 3 times a week instead of going 5 to 6 days a week. Second thing is do it for yourself. Last thing you want to do is to do it for anyone else, because at the end of the day, they're not living your life. You're doing it for you. Overall, you just want to be happy with yourself. So that's the main important goal.
Cheers.
And another one is pick an approach that fits you. The only way you're going to find success is doing something you actually enjoy. You like eating broccoli and chicken 3 days a week, then by all means do it. I have nothing against it. Neither does Danny. As far as you have an approach that you like and that you find enjoyable. Last one is, for me, really helped me a lot, was learn to accept defeat. There's days where I've cheated on my diet, but you gotta move on and think about the positive things and the good days that you had, because as soon as you start beating yourself up about it or try to punish yourself the next day or eat less, then you're gonna find a hard time of staying consistent with your training or nutrition protocol. Just accept it, move on, and you know you're capable of doing much better. So I'll hand over to Danny and he'll probably give you a few pointers too on his tips on how to stay consistent and find success.
Okay, so number one, make small, achievable goals rather than huge goals that are going to take you forever to achieve. By that I mean people are like, oh, I want to lose 100 pounds. That's going to take you a long time, and there's not going to be any gratification between those times. So what you want to do is you want to make small goals, like, okay, this month I want to lose 10 pounds of that 100 pounds. And then once you lose that 10 pounds, you can go, oh my gosh, I just lost 10 pounds. I did something that I wanted to do. I achieved that goal. What's telling what I can do next? And so that kind of catapults you forward into being able to succeed even more. So like for me, I did want to lose a certain amount of weight. I wanted to get down to 200 pounds, but I wanted to make sure that I was losing around 8 to 12 pounds every month. And as long as I fell in those numbers, I was happy with myself. I was consistent. I was giving myself my own I was creating my own motivation in my mind. And that is super important, because if you rely on motivation that's, outsourced rather than insourced, you're going to be faulty in the sense that when it's not there, you're not going to be able to succeed, and you're going to fail more times than you are going to succeed. So if you create that self-motivation, if you make small goals, achieve those, and consistently push yourself forward and achieve more and more small things that are achievable, by any standard, if you just stay consistent, then I think that's going to overlay more into you feeling better about yourself, feeling better about the goals you have at hand, and then just making more progress overall. Number two is track progress in some sort of way, and don't always use the scale to track progress. Especially for people who have a considerable more amount of weight to lose. Eddie probably relies on the scale quite a bit now that he's in contest prep. But for those just starting out that don't have any crazy goals, just want to maybe lose a few pounds, get a little bit more toned up, whatever you want to do, the scale is going to be really wishy-washy in the sense of when you first start out, you're adding muscle, your body's reacting to new foods being introduced, there's hormones being involved, so that you have to remember that the scale isn't measuring just your weight, it's measuring your body fat, your bones, your body's processes that it's doing throughout the day. And you never know what process is going on during that time that you're weighing yourself. So what you want to do is either measurements, pictures, posts on Instagram, posts on YouTube, some sort of accountability, even maybe a Facebook group. There's a ton of private Facebook groups out there that are support systems for people who are trying to lose weight or trying to just achieve goals. So something like that can be really beneficial into, when you feel like you're not making progress, looking back and then actually seeing the progress first at hand, or seeing that number change first at hand. That can be super, super helpful. And number three, I would say simply is, like Eddie kind of put on, is follow literally whatever diet works for you best. So we personally choose to follow flexible dieting, but flexible dieting really is just numbers. You can essentially follow whatever diet you want in that. If you want to follow keto, you just switch up your carbs and your fats. If you want to follow paleo, you switch up the carbs, protein, and fats. You switch up whatever numbers that you have. If you don't even want to track numbers, just eat a consistent amount of the same foods, and you can adjust the portion sizes. you can pretty much follow whatever you really want to, as long as you're aiming to eat for your goals, which that means a lot of people will not eat a lot of protein, but they want to have a physique. So to have a physique, you want to eat a good amount of protein. So be sure to focus on that when you're eating throughout the day. Make sure each meal has a good amount of protein in it to help you feel full, as well as to help with that muscle retention and gain. If you just want to lose weight, you don't care about your physique at all, then just track calories and eat whatever you want and stay close to like 80 to 20% split, which means 80% of your foods come from whole foods, 20% is kind of whatever, cookie, taco, whatever you want to fit throughout the day, whatever is your kind of vice, as long as it's not a trigger food. And trigger food means that it's not a food that you eat and then all of a sudden crave a ton of stuff from. Some people this is sugar with, some people this is certain salty foods. For me personally, I can get away with sugar with sour candy. I can eat no problem and stop whenever I want, and I can get away with eating like burgers and or pizza as long as they're not a high amount. So as long as there's not like a full pizza in front of me, it's gonna get all eaten. So I have to get a smaller one that's, you know, trackable and that isn't too crazy in calories, and then I can just have that as a little treat and then move on in the day and don't have to think about it. So avoid trigger foods, follow that 80-20 split, and you're gonna see success no matter what diet you follow. And those 3 tips I think are key for those who are trying to achieve some sort of result.
Dan's had huge success losing over 150 pounds. He stepped on stage before and he's accomplished a lot of things. So
yeah. Gained a little bit weight back recently, but kind of refining my focus and tracking everything all over again. So if you guys want to come check it out.
So thanks for watching today's video. Also thanks Danny for sharing his tips. So
your cat's just staring at us through the window.
Alright, so we'll see you guys in the next video.